Thanks for the ride. So here we can level up at kindled bonfires. Let's have a seat. If you kindle a bonfire, your Estus flask max limit goes up actually. So as you can see, I set right here, this bonfire has already been kindled, and I get 10 Estus flasks. I can level up. I'm not gonna do that right now. I can also, like I said, change my weapons. I can kindle by using humanity. I'll talk about that later. And I can also reverse hollowing, which is, as you can see, my face isn't the greatest right now. That means I'm turning into a hollow. So if I were to reverse hollowing, we would see that silky smooth face again, the one that we saw when I created the character. But I don't have any humanity right now, which shows on the upper left hand side. I can come over here. Okay, good luck. So as you can see, another hollow left this message. That means another player. So I can actually hit back on my remote control. I can give this guy a rating. If I give him a rating, as you can see, it says 1. He's playing right now, and he's somewhere around this area. Otherwise his message here wouldn't really show. But that means that he just got humanity. So that's kind of cool. You can actually help people out to get humanity by reading their messages.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Yes, yes it is. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's a humanity. This is the item humanity. A lot of times you get active humanity, which will show up on the upper left hand side right next to your health and endurance, where you see the 0, 0. Oh, and check it out. This is a blood stain. If we touch it, we can see that this guy was fighting somebody here. And I think he died standing. He or she. So let's go get a small upgrade right now, actually. If we come this way, we actually go down below. And you can only do this if you have the master key as well. So you can see we have more hollows here. Let's go this way just for a minute. You see there's somebody there. This is actually a blacksmith. And they come in fairly handy.
You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
Okay, well, let's talk to him again.
Hmm? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
As you can see, this guy has the ability to modify weapons, reinforce them. But you need ores to be able to do that. And I don't have any. You can also repair them. Weapons do have durability. And that's the second to last icon there, the one with 247 right here. But we don't need that right now. You can purchase items from him. And if you're going for a spellcasting type, this is actually one of the places you want to hit up first, so you can actually purchase these weapons or these spells. And that way you have a few more spells that you can use, because sometimes you run out fast. He also sells you a catalyst. You need the wand to be able to cast spells, just like you need the pyromancy flame to cast pyromancies. Okay, that's just kind of like a sidetracking here. Look at this guy just chilling now, cool. Enjoying the view. Alright. And I have to say, man, the game looks awesome on the PC. Alright, so this gate's normally locked, and you normally can't get the key until you go through the area that's on the other side of here. And we'll probably try it. But if I click right here, as you can see, we get a little bit of a shortcut. I probably should have used my souls to level up or something before I came here, because I'm probably gonna die. But if you remember, the cool thing about the game is that it doesn't really matter if you die, because even though you lose your souls, I mean, you can regain them fairly quickly. But you also get to keep items. So if you see this dead dragon here, we're just gonna walk by him and try to dodge his attacks a little bit. And there he goes. So there's no way we can kill him right now, we're a little bit too weak. But we did get an upgrade to our shield. This is the dragon shield that has 100% physical reduction, meaning if I block with it and I get a physical attack, I won't lose any health. With this shield, we only had 65%, so we get the 35% of the damage to our health. So I kind of like picking up. The other thing that we got was a weapon called the Astora's Straight Sword. And as you can see, it has a way higher attack, because not only does it have physical damage, it also has magical damage. But I lack the faith to use this. I believe if you start as a cleric, you can level up a couple times and then you'll be set, and you can actually use this as a pretty strong starting weapon, which is basically twice as strong as my current weapon, but it's neither here nor there. Alright, I just wanted to cheat the shield. I'm actually very lucky that I didn't die in there. And if I really wanted to, I could get a pretty nice set of, I don't want to say armor, but clothing if I go through here. But it's it's not always recommended. And you mainly want to do it if you're a sorcerer or a spell casting type, because you also get a catalyst with it. And it's really strong, just its physical attack is pretty strong. So you can actually use it to get by most of the early game. along with your spells. But again, I just wanted the shield. Oop, something right there. Some more souls. Let's go back up. So now we have two things that we can do. We can go down to ring the lower bell, or we can go up to ring the bell up above. This is our firekeeper. She's the one that takes care of the fire up above. Actually, there's a couple more things I want to do before we leave this area. If we go up here, we have another...
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Tharaland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Ooh. Well, what do you have to tell me?
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
No, thank you.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you? Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
So we can join this covenant, and normally this helps us, and if anybody else, other players online, are the same covenant as this guy, then we actually gain a little bit more of a chance to help each other by summons, and I'll talk about that later. Do I want to do this? I don't, but I do. I'll do it for now, right now. I guess it's better than having no covenant. And though some covenants have pluses or minuses.
Now let me share my... Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Okay, so we can now purchase miracles. And to cast a miracle, you need a talisman, which is again like the pyromancy flame and like the catalysts. This miracle right here is actually pretty cool. It lets you more easily see the messages that other players leave, meaning that you can't always see everybody's messages. You can only see certain few, and that might have to do with what level you are, or if you're in the safe covenant, or a lot of different options. But a lot of these miracles have high faith requirements, as you can see on the upper right hand side, right under where it says miracle. And I don't think I'm ever gonna have that much faith. If you choose to become a cleric or be high faith, you can get that starting weapon that I talked about earlier, and you can purchase miracles from this guy. And some of these are actually like healing, so you don't always only have to rely on your Estus flask. You can actually use miracles to heal, and I believe that the amount of the casting uses that the spells have also refill when you use when you sit down at a bonfire. And you can also learn gestures from some of these guys. As you can see, I just learned the shrug. We can talk to him some more. We can
Come
just
again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
Meaning the more faith you have, the stronger your miracles will be. Alright, so let's come this way. And you do have to be careful in this game, because if you fall, you will take fall damage and or die. But I think for right now we're pretty safe. And sometimes to get cool stuff you have to take leaps of faith. Meh. So this is kind of like a little starting stash area. You can come over here. Get some cracked red ore. And that's useful to invading, but I might not talk about that till much later on. As you can see, I got a free talisman right here and the Morning Star. This is a homeward bone. It actually teleports you to the last bonfire you were at. And you get Lloyd's talisman as well. I'm not sure if that weapon is better than mine, or if I can equip it. It seems like it. So you can see I can equip that weapon. My attack becomes a little bit slower. And I still have my kick and my jumping attack. Now, there's different types of weapons also. Let's see if as you can see, this attack type is strike. And the one for my axe is regular. So some enemies have weaknesses against different attack types, and I believe the ones that have weaknesses against strike are skeletons. As you can see, they kind of like fall apart as I hit them. I'm not that strong right now, but we go and level up a little bit. Well, might have to just kill these guys. As you can see, my jumping attack does quite a bit more damage. Ooh, that's too slow. That bar that you see diminishing right there actually has to do with, I believe that's bleed effect. But if you, there's different effects like bleed, poison, and some other ones I forget. But if that bar were to fill up, I would actually gain that effect. So if I have a poison bar filling up, then I would get poisoned. I'm always a little bit too daring with my jumps. Let's get a little bit more strength here. As you can see, as I level up my strength, you can see my stats increasing on the right hand side. If I'm using, as you can see, I have my Pyromancy Flame on my right hand weapon and also my sword or mace. And I'm only getting a bonus to my mace attack, not my Pyromancy weapon, because its damage is actually increased by leveling up the Pyromancy Flame. So we'll just give ourselves a little bit more strength and a little bit more endurance. A lot of times it's good to give yourself more vitality, because I mean more health helps you to not just get one hit killed out in the world. But we'll stick with these. Endurance helps you when you're blocking or doing moves. You can attack longer, and it raises your stamina. Alright, I'm quite happy with that. So now my souls are back down to 322, so I'm not too worried if I die right now. I have no humanity, which you also lose when you... when you die. So let's, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a few items around here that I kind of want. Just to be gritty, really. I'm probably gonna die on my way back. Just because there's a big giant bone right there. Oh, no. Ah, that's the one I wanted. Did I get it? Oh, I did get it. Winged spear. Alright. So as you can see, I died. If I wanted those 322 souls, I could go run all the way back, find the place that I died, and find my blood. Click on my blood stain. But let me show you one thing. Even though you don't have the stats to equip a certain weapon, as you can see that this one I don't have enough strength, but you can still equip it. But when you go ahead and attack, it doesn't do, it does almost no damage. You can two-hand weapons as well, but until that little red X on the weapon is removed, you will not be able to do much damage at all. And actually, when I do strength builds, this is one of my favorite weapons. As you can see, it's like giant broadsword. You can actually do very cool attacks, but again, since I don't have the strength, I just do this awkward attack. I didn't mean to do that, but alright, let's go back to our mace. Actually, I might get some strength to equip this. The cool thing about spears is that you can block and attack at the same time, which is very, very handy, because a lot of the times when you do get hurt, it's because you're in the middle of an attack animation and the other person attacks you. But I believe it uses more stamina than a normal attack does. And again, if you two-hand, then you do more damage. I think that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.